So I am on the road again, flying solo. Melissa and her cat have stayed in Victoria with her father, and I'm driving northern Texas to visit family, and there's a couple friends. Later, hopefully this weekend, I'll be able to go up to Oklahoma City to see another family member, another sister, and then wander back down to Victoria Monday or Tuesday. So, kind of this solo adventure. I'm avoiding the major highways. Right now I'm on a highway 281 north of San Antonio. Kind of meanders through the back roads of Texas. It avoids all the major interstates, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth. Just kind of skirts around all of that. That way I won't have to deal with big city traffic and the construction. I-35 is always under construction, and traffic can just be atrocious. So this is a more stately pace. So far nothing exciting is happening, other than I'm just kind of noticing how green everything is right now. It's only 66 degrees Fahrenheit, so for Texans I'm sure that's cold. They've been getting a lot of rain the last few days. There's been, around Victoria especially, there's been some flood warnings. No tornadoes, but a lot of wind, a lot of electrical storms. I know North Texas and southern Oklahoma, known as Tornado Alley, this kind of weather right here can generate tornadoes. So when the skies get turbulent, people are nervous, and excuse me. In most of these areas, people don't have basements. Some people have storm shelters, but most people don't have basements. The water table is too low or high to the ground or whatever, so that if you start digging 4 or 5 feet down, you're going to start hitting water. So most people don't have any lower levels to take shelter in, and people routinely buy these self-contained storage shelters that are sealed so they don't fill with water, and that's what some people will take shelter in. So we'll see. A lot of small towns that I'll be driving through, so it's a little bit slower pace, but you get to see more of Texas, I think, more of the real Texas. Sorry, I have a little bit of I don't know if it's allergies or what, but just started coughing a little bit. So, all right, well, if something happens, I'll maybe update this. We'll see how things go. Big Texas is when you can drive for 3 or 4 hours, and just big country, So not a lot out here. A lot of ranches, a lot of emptiness. Again, it's surprising how green everything is, but a lot of nothing. A lot of small towns, surrounded by a lot of nothing. For me, it's not the prettiest scenery around. It's just a lot of plains, interspersed with mesquite trees. And if you're near a lot of water, you'll see more other types of trees that we see up north. But a lot of this is just big, empty country. So, that are owned by very few people. Some of these ranches, because you'll see their logos, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of acres some of these places encompass, but there are some people who own big chunks of this state. And that's kind of the way it is, right? Wealthy control a lot, and the working class and the poor control very little. But I could see what attracted people here. I mean, there's a lot of big open land. If you're near water sources, which so far there's been quite a few, and it's not a dry time of the year, I can see where ranching would be a way of life out here. You know, especially in the early days of settlement. Other than for large commercial operations, you don't see a lot of agriculture out here. Just empty prairies, and then cows, a lot of cows, and the horses, of course, that kind of go with that lifestyle. I don't know much of the Central Texas. I can't imagine there's anything too interesting about it other than, you know, settlement, you know, populations moving in and populations moving east to west. But it's been pretty uneventful. Weather's been cloudy. Like I said, it's only now 73 degrees. So again, it's just comfortable for me. This is perfect summer. Still driving. Texas is huge. Yeah, you can drive for hours and not really see much. Big empty part of the state, you know, center part of the state. There's a couple small cities, you know, 10,000, 30,000. Nothing major. I'll be skirting, I think, to the west of Dallas Fort Worth. And like I said, I'll be going through a series of small towns. A lot of ranches left and right of me, lots of cattle, I assume. I've seen some logos for different ranches and horses, but other than that, there's not much out here. Everything is still very, very green. Summer, you know, the hottest months of the year for Texas, haven't hit yet, so they've been getting quite a bit of rainfall, and I'm assuming that's why everything is so green right now. But at some point, probably July, August, it'll get super hot and dry everything out and kill everything. So that's it, not much. Hope to make it at Wichita Falls in a couple hours, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, I'll try to do one more update in a little bit. So I've been driving for a while, and on Highway 81, I don't even know where I am as far as how far I am from anything. Anyways, there's this little rest area. Now, they don't have any facilities, but they have two of these little shacks and picnic tables, trash cans. There's apparently an emu farm, because there's an emu over here eating stuff. Flip it around. Emu doing emu things. So this was very interesting. Like I said, I don't know how many hundreds of miles I've been on here on this highway, but not a lot of interesting things here in the middle of Texas. So I thought this was a nice touch. Interesting that the highway department put this out here. I mean, 81's well heavily trafficked. I mean, a lot of trucks. You'd think there'd be more places like this out here, but no, it's like the first one that I've encountered while I was traveling. So one of the things that I thought was interesting, I'll flip my camera around here in a second. So what I thought was interesting is that here up on the rafter, a lot of people have been, you know, putting who they are, when they came here. So I think some of the earliest ones I see were from 2016. And then I saw one in the other building, in the other picnic area, one from 2021, April 28th, 2021. Here's a, looks like March 28, 2021. So people are stopping and enjoying this place. It's actually a beautiful spot if it weren't for the traffic. But I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm glad that the state of Texas put this out here for people to enjoy. So I've walked around a bit, stretched my legs, and sit in the vehicle too long, and you get a little tired from not doing much. So it's going to be back onto the road, put a few more hours in, get to where I'm going tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be hopefully, depending on schedules, I hope to be able to spend some time with my sisters and family. You know, I have nothing but time, and I know everybody else has work and school and stuff, so just gonna accommodate everybody as best I can, and you know, enjoy time with them. All right, hopefully this won't, well, maybe we'll have another update before I make it to the Wichita Falls. All right, till later. So I have arrived in Wichita Falls. None the worse for wear. Pretty uneventful trip. Longer than I thought, though I did take a alternate route, not the quickest route. So it was a lot longer drive, but got to see a part of Texas that I seldom got to see. I was surprised by the number of wind farms, especially here in North Central Texas, and the amount of dead zones. Now, apparently my carrier for my cell phone plan isn't very big in Texas. I have US Cellular, and apparently AT&T and Verizon or T-Mobile. Those are the big plans down here. So there were several spots north of San Antonio for 200 plus miles where my connectivity was non-existent. So other than that, that's it for today. This little travel vlog. Be spending the rest of the weekend with visiting the sisters. So hasta luego.